In the ever-changing geopolitical landscape, one question looms large. How are Russian weapons bolstering Iran's defenses against Israeli airstrikes? As the world grapples with a multitude of complex issues, a new development has emerged in the Middle East. Russia, Iran, and Israel, three nations with a history of tense relations, are once again at the heart of a geopolitical conundrum. Recent reports suggest that Russia has been supplying Iran with advanced weaponry, raising questions about the potential implications for Israel and the broader region. The weaponry in question ranges from advanced air defense systems to sophisticated missile technologies. The implications of this development are significant. Iran's bolstered defenses could potentially hinder Israel's freedom of action in the region, particularly its ability to carry out airstrikes against Iranian targets. This move by Russia appears to be part of a larger strategy to enhance its influence in the Middle East. By supplying Iran with advanced weapons, Russia not only strengthens its ties with Tehran, but also positions itself as a key player in the region's power dynamics. For Israel, this development poses a serious challenge. The Jewish state has long viewed Iran as its primary threat in the region, and the prospect of Tehran having access to advanced Russian weaponry is likely to exacerbate those concerns. Moreover, this situation could potentially alter the balance of power in the Middle East. With Iran's defenses strengthened, Israel may need to reassess its military strategies. This could lead to an escalation in tensions, not only between Israel and Iran, but also between Israel and Russia. However, it's important to note that this is just one piece of a much larger puzzle. The Middle East is a complex web of alliances, rivalries, and conflicts. The supply of Russian weapons to Iran is just one factor in this intricate equation, and its implications will depend on a host of other geopolitical developments. As the stakes rise, the impact of this triangular tension reverberates far beyond the borders of these three nations. In light of these evolving dynamics, what strategic calculations is Israel making? Israel finds itself in a complex geopolitical landscape, balancing its interests in the face of shifting alliances and conflicts. As we delve deeper into this topic, it is essential to understand Israel's nuanced foreign policy approach. Israel, a significant ally of NATO and Western militaries, has refrained from sending weapons to Ukraine. This decision is not by any means an indication of indifference. Rather, it is a calculated choice based on its intricate relationship with Russia and strategic interests in Syria. Despite the global push and pressure to arm Ukraine, Israel has chosen to focus its efforts on providing humanitarian aid. Now you might wonder why the reluctance to provide lethal aid. The answer lies in Israel's need to maintain freedom of action in Syria. This freedom is crucial to counter the Iranian influence, a task that has gained more complexity with Russia's support for Iran. This delicate balance is a reflection of the complexities of international relations, where one has to navigate between conflicting interests and partnerships. It's worth noting that Israel is not alone in this stance. Other close partners of the US, including South Korea and India, have also refrained from directly sending lethal aid to Ukraine. These decisions underscore the intricacies of the global political landscape and the careful strategic calculations that nations have to make. As we move forward, Israel's strategic calculations could see further adjustments. For instance, the potential transfer of anti-aircraft missiles to Ukraine. This remains uncertain, as Israel continues to navigate the delicate balance between its alliances and strategic considerations. Israel's potential transfer of anti-aircraft missiles to Ukraine remains uncertain as it navigates the delicate balance between its alliances and strategic considerations. What does this mean for the future of the region and the world? We're standing at a crossroads where the decisions made by Russia, Iran, and Israel will not merely dictate their individual trajectories, but could also redefine the global geopolitical landscape. The current situation presents a complex web of strategic calculations, alliances, and conflicts, all with the potential to cause profound ripple effects across the globe. One possible development is a shift in Israel's policy towards Ukraine. Historically, Israel has maintained a careful neutrality, focusing on humanitarian aid and intelligence support. But with the changing dynamics, there's a possibility that Israel could start leaning towards support for Ukraine. This move could be influenced by a number of factors, such as the reduced Russian threat in Syria, the opportunity to test defense systems against Iranian weapons, and the desire to improve relations with the Biden administration. Speaking of US-Israeli relations, they too could undergo significant changes. The United States has long been Israel's staunchest ally, providing billions of dollars in aid and advanced weaponry. However, Israel's potential shift of policy towards Ukraine and the increasing Iranian threat could lead to a reevaluation of this relationship, with implications that extend far beyond the Middle East. Then there's the broader geopolitical landscape. The current situation is a testament to the complexities of international relations, where alliances are often delicate and interests can conflict. The decisions made by these nations could potentially trigger a domino effect, influencing the actions of other countries, and even leading to a reshaping of alliances, power dynamics, and the overall global order. Of course, these are all potential future developments. The situation remains fluid and unpredictable, with the possibility of further escalation or resolution. One thing is clear though: the world is watching. Every move made by Russia, Iran, and Israel will be scrutinized, analyzed, and could ultimately influence the course of global politics. As the world watches, the decisions made by Russia, Iran, and Israel will not only shape their futures, but could also redefine the global geopolitical landscape. Where do we go from here? As we've explored, the actions and decisions of Russia, Iran, and Israel carry significant weight in the global arena. However, it's important to note that the responsibility of shaping a peaceful world does not lie solely on their shoulders. Other nations, international organizations, and indeed all of us, have a role to play in promoting dialogue, diplomacy, and mutual understanding. Whether it's through economic sanctions, diplomatic pressure, or humanitarian aid, every action taken on the global stage can contribute to the resolution of these conflicts. As citizens of the world, we too have a part in this. By staying informed, engaging in constructive conversations, and holding our leaders accountable, we can collectively influence the course of global politics. So, as we watch the unfolding events in Russia, Iran, and Israel, let's not forget our own power and responsibility. In the end, the future of our world depends not just on the actions of a few nations, but on the collective will of all its inhabitants. As we continue to observe and analyze these geopolitical dynamics, we must also ask ourselves, what can we do to make a difference? Before we wrap up, we'd like to extend our thanks for your time and attention. Stay tuned for more deep dives into the complex world of geopolitics. Thank you for watching our deep dive into the geopolitical dynamics of Russia, Iran, and Israel. If you found this video informative, please consider subscribing to our channel for more insights. Until next time, stay informed and stay safe. Goodbye and take care.